doesn't know how to work a stream.
Go fuck yourself. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ready, Steady, Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master, Harna, and joining us my usual rigmarole of players. Let's start off with the person with the longest hair, and then we'll work our way down to the shortest hair.
Hi, I'm Mary, play Asher, the ASMR cleric. Had to think of Anthony's hair was so long for a minute there, but yeah. Hi.
I cut it into a mullet. That would have been great though if you started introducing yourself and Anthony's like, excuse me.
Excuse you, bitch. Over here like Jesus.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Boris Darkhoof, the Sato Rogue fighter, and I'll pass it on to the next. Staring
I'm gonna assume because my hair is deceptively, it's deceptively. It looks shorter than it is. It's just a big.
I've also just had a haircut.
But technically, so did I. Or did you have one
Ryan
today?
didn't really make much difference.
I did.
Oh, okay. Then it's been a couple of days for me, so we'll go by technicalities. Hi, I'm Ryan, and I play Cyrus Revanmar, the Orc Barbarian.
I'm Will. I play Volga, the Durgar Ranger. On to the shortest of hair.
Hi, I'm George. 2 days ago, I accidentally burnt off all of my hair with bleach, so now I have a buzz cut. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid, and I'm in an abusive relationship.
She wanted me to shave her head for a long time before this happened.
Yeah, but I thought I would look really hot, and I don't. I just look like me, but with a buzz cut.
Well,
really disappointing that it didn't change my entire face at the same time, you know?
we did try to warn you that you would just look like Harry Hill if you did it for many years.
I don't look like Harry Hill. Please confirm that to me.
You don't look like Harry Hill because, you know, you have pink hair. He's like fully bald. You're not fully bald.
And also, I don't look like fucking...
You don't look like Harry Hill.
You're like, yeah, because you have hair. It's like, so if I lost the hair, exactly like Harry Hill, like...
Nah, I think you're paler than him and more feminine in the face.
You know what? Joke's on you, because you're fucking dating Harry Hill, okay? And that's more embarrassing than looking like him.
Look,
you chose this.
It's 2026. If I want to date Harry Hill, that's allowed.
He's probably got a lot of money. He was a doctor and then he did TV, so...
Oh, there you go. But
I don't know what he's up to nowadays.
Speaking of what we're up to nowadays, can anyone remind me what was happening last time?
Rocks falling.
We went into the tunnels. There was a big worm.
There was a big worm.
We avoided the worm.
But the worm took out all of the supports.
So the tunnel we're in is collapsing, and we're like, fuck it, gotta run. And
basically, we had two options. The options were follow the worm for safety, but also following the giant worm, or make a run for it and hope we can reach a bit of the tunnel that isn't collapsing. And instead
Also,
of
we have no
deciding
idea
carefully
where the
what to
worm's
do, Atlas just bolted. Which is very much in character.
Grabbed her Saparna.
Grabbed Saparna and bolted.
Alrighty.
More because she trusts you guys to remember you're mortal and follow, and doesn't trust Saparna to remember the same thing.
Correct.
Saparna's like, I can't be killed by falling rocks, and it's like, no, Saparna, you have bones now.
So, as we begin, I do need everyone. We will need to roll initiative, so I'll throw up an initiative tracker here so we can get that going. Just basically put ourselves in. I think we're going to put ourselves in our normal dexterity-based order. So there is a turn order. You're all in it. Theros, your score is going to be 20. Volgears is going to be 18. Cyrus is going to be 17. Atlas is going to be 13. Asher's going to be 12. Saparna, I fucking can't remember off the top of my head.
Saparna didn't have a dex, she's just god, so...
She's not a god, remember? You made her not a god.
Just a guy.
Sure,
and she will be reminding you of that later.
She is an 18, so she's pretty light on her floaty feet. And then the worm, of course, needs a turn. He is a very dexterous boy with a 7. Okay. So, a few mechanics. This is not a standard combat encounter. If you look at the left-hand side of the screen, you will see that there are 3 sections. There's a green section, a yellow section, and a red section. On your turn, you can do a variety of things, and you're by no means risk of it. But to give you an idea, the green section, there's no risk of collapse, but there is a risk that the tail of the worm might bump into you, detect you, or even catch you with this huge big barbed stinger on the back of it, if something in particularly bad happens. In the yellow sector, there is no risk of collapse, and there's also too far away from the tail, you will not be caught. In the red section, if you are in the red section at the start of the next round, you will have to make a dexterity saving throw or risk being crushed, which will be severely bad. If you use your regular movement, you will always maintain your current section. So the worm is moving at about the same pace as you guys, so we're not going to get fucking into the short and long of it. For the sake of ease, if you just use your normal movement, you maintain your section. If you want to gain a section and move up one, you have to dash. You could obviously still use all your other abilities and all of your skills that are not dash. You're going to use your action instead, or if someone has a cunning action, we'll use dash as their cunning action. So you're talking things like, maybe you want to try to grab somebody who's fallen down. It might be like an athletics check to help them up, things like that. Maybe using spells, perception checks, trying to see if there's a particular weak point going to fall earlier, things like that. There's also going to be complications as we go. Basically every at the top of each round. So as the collapse happens, there's going to be a complication. The first round, there is no complication. Just to get us into it.
Just looking at this image alone, has anyone ever played Temple Run?
Yeah.
Yep.
Giving that vibe.
One
I
too
don't know
many.
if anybody else can see this,
sat there.
but I can see the edge of the teal, and I don't like what I can see.
Zoom out.
If you zoom out all the way, you can see a lot more than just the teal.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's in shadow for me.
Oh yeah, your orc coil.
Turn up your brightness on your
No,
screen.
he can't see it because he's
He
not
can't
got
see it.
your vision. So he has the gift.
I am an orc.
He has the gift of not knowing.
I have the gift of a glowing shield.
So yes, we are pretty much jumping straight into this. Beros, you are the first to act. You are currently in the middle, the yellow zone. What would you like to do?
I will bonus action dash to the green zone.
Alright, you move up. Feel free, you can move yourself. I've put you guys on the left-hand side. It might be easier if you move yourself on the... Or maybe move yourself closer.
I'll put myself kind of the middle green.
And to give you an idea, the tail is whipping back and forth in that hole. Although the worm is kind of a lot smaller than the full tunnel, which is why you guys were able to tuck out of the way of it when it did trundle past you. You can kind of see looking down the side of it, Beros in the distance, because there are lights that go on and on and on. It's not like these tunnels are pitch black. There are these little lights every now and again, you can kind of see here. And you see this thing just plows through another supporting beam, and the roof collapses and begins landing on its back, trundling off the sides of it and cascading down as it goes. It looks like the worm is a little bit too tall for the cavern it's in. Anything else to do, guys? You could obviously attack the worm if you wanted, or...
I think right now we're kind of using it as a...
Who actually knows about? Because I'm sure it was. Did everyone see the worm as it went past?
You all saw the worm
We
as
all
it
saw
passed
the
because
worm.
Cyrus has a big glowy shield. So you saw the side of it.
Out the gobby field.
We all
no,
saw the
Atlas
worm,
was
and then
there.
as it passed, Atlas went, "Oh, it's just a worm," and then Astra looked like she wanted to murder her.
I think actually Astra threw her cloak over the
Oh
shield.
yeah, so our
So
non-dark
Cyrus-
vision
so,
bolts.
yeah, actually,
Cyrus and Beros
if you don't have dark
no
vision,
idea.
well,
Yeah,
where else
so
can
it
see it
was
now?
only-
You would have
It was
heard
only me and
it.
Atlas, wasn't it?
I think
There's only two
Asmars
of us
also
in this
have dark
area.
vision.
Yeah, Asmar do, but he's not.
Oh,
But,
well, so the three of us are
but-
staring at each other.
My stupid
But did-
new eyes.
But did Astra have her eyes open is the question.
I feel like she did, but then she'd also peek, it's I don't want to look, but also kind of need to look.
I feel like Astra just has that moment of I don't know if it's worse if I do or don't see what it is.
I think right now I'm gonna just stay where I am.
Alright, hold your ground. Would you like to use your action to dodge in case this thing does swing towards you, or do you want to try to be stealthy, or?
I'll I'll be stealthy. Maybe just reaction dodge if.
Sure. You have to choose whether you want to try to make an active stealth check, or if you would like to hide, or you can try to just actively dodge, which would be your action.
I'll make a stealth check. I think.
Stealth check.
That is a 30.
Nice. Yeah, you're like using like bits of cover, like staying near the tracks, so like if this thing does get near you, you're kind of like, you know, putting bits of terrain in the way. Saparna is going to see Barrows have raced ahead a little bit, and she is going to look at you all, and she's going to say,
Cyrus, I hate that you made me mortal.
I thought we were running away from the worm. I thought we were chancing the rock fall.
I thought we were running away chanting the rock fall, but maybe that very quickly became not an option.
So to give you an idea, the rock fall is like cascading behind. So the worm's going, and there's a little grace period, and then it's like tunnel collapse. So there's not much place to run to. It's a dead end.
Dead end.
It's literally a dead end.
That's the way we were trying to go initially.
No, the worm is going the way you want to go.
Oh.
The worm came up from behind you guys, and you tucked in an alcove and let it go past you, and now you're dealing with the aftermath of the worm, as opposed to running away from the worm, which was the original encounter, and why I had to stop last week. It's a part of people, and she will say, I can take me and one other person 500 foot away if you want to get in front of that thing, or maybe back somewhere where there's no tunnel collapse.
No, not if you can only take one person. I guess we just follow and hope right now.
Sure. Saparna is going to move to here. She like floats over, and she hangs back a little bit, and she's going to ready an action that if anyone would fall behind, she's going to try to help them. So she's going to like try to like rush over, help them back up, or things like that, or try to assist in any way she can. She's going to show support. Volgir.
Volgir's just finishing.
Volgir's having a munch.
Yeah, Volgir's, you just sat there. Oh.
Volgir, now is not the time for snacking on those rat word tails.
But they're so crunchy and good.
I want to die with a full stomach.
There was a chance of getting hit by the tail.
Mm-hmm.
And yellow, there was no chance of pretty much anything except
Yellow is safe, but there may be things that can happen that might roll you back. There is no complications the first round. To let you guys get situated, but after this round, I'm going to introduce complications, and there are some complications that have a risk of knocking you prone, which will mean you have to spend all your movement to get back up, and might result in you falling back a section, or you might just get fucking smacked back by something.
Right, question. Are we actually using the small suits right now?
Yes.
So every time we get hit, we have to. Right.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to Barros. So, yoink. No, that's. Why am I measuring at the same time as fucking moving?
I think that's just basic now, just so you can track your movement.
Oh, cool. I like that.
That's quite a good idea.
Still leaves me with 10 foot, but I'm not going to do much. I can't do much about it with it.
Yeah, don't worry too much about the movement. It's so if you spend your movement, you can move up a section if you dash. So you actually had to action dash to catch up the barrels.
Yeah, so that's my my turn basically.
Righty.
Cool.
Cyrus, what you doing?
I have a bad idea, but I don't know if I'm going to get yelled at by little sister and wife if I do it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You'll get yelled at anyway.
Yeah.
Soon your little sister will be your wife.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
No.
Yeah. The abuse that Ryan gave me and George that one time we played a brother and sister character, I think this is deserved.
Remind me, who's doing a speech, Ryan?
Me. Matt and Steven, you two don't get speeches. Harry doesn't get a speech either.
That's okay. We can chat to them at length.
Harry doesn't get a speech for very specific reasons.
Oh, so
And Harry finally got to meet Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you tell him about the lamb thing?
I think he already knows.
Okay.
I was just finding out.
You can remind him.
Who to tell.
I'm first of all going to bonus action Adrenaline Rush, which gives me a dash and 4 temporary HP. I am then debating as I move up beside Beros and Volkir whether or not to jump onto the tip of the tail or to just take the dodge action.
I think that's poisonous, man.
Whatever you want to
When
do.
Ryan first told me that, all I said was stressed Astra noises.
Like, does it have spines or?
It is like a big
They look like
stinger at the
barbs.
end.
Like
yeah.
a scorpion stinger.
Yeah, well, it can't sting me with the stinger if I'm on the stinger.
What if you jump onto the stinger?
Well, I try and avoid the stinger. At the moment, I will take the dodge action. Sure.
I mean, Cyrus, like, if you had, like, you know, look, now you're, like, and you're running alongside, like, you think this is all happening at speed, so you, like, run, and you run past things, this tail's, like, whipping away from you at one point, like, you start running alongside your friends, and you, like, look over the side. You're, like, if you had, like, 2, like, hand axes, or, like, 2, like, pittons,
Skiing,
you could, like, try to
bitches.
fucking, like, grab into the side of this thing, and, like, you know...
You could surf on your shield.
Do I have pittons?
You would need to, like, you know, equip them and, like, you know, then action probably. But that'd be something we could do next turn, so I'll let you think about that. But I think before you use most of your ability, just because it would be an action the dash up here, and you adrenaline surge, so...
Yeah, no, I'm playing it safe this round, but
Sure thing.
next round,
You're definitely
there might be
close
some
enough.
shenanigans. I have a dagger, which I can just...
Yeah, that could work. It's something that you purchase, maybe, or you could try to grab on one of the barbs on it itself and just try to, like, you know, ride the worm. Go full Dune. Atlas.
Ride the worm sounds like a sexy euphemism, but like not a sexy one. I hate that this is a character quirk, I decided. But she's always gonna do it. I fall
Anyone
back to
else
be beside
get next
Saparna.
to it?
Okay. Yep.
Can I active perception check?
Yeah, you could look around, try to see if you can see anything coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a perception check.
20.
Okay, roll me a d6.
Five.
Okay, so you can see kind of coming up near where Cyrus, Volgir, and Beros are that there is a support beam coming up about me 30 foot ahead of them or so that the worm like has like basically like hit, but like it's not fully broken yet. It looks like they might have the opportunity to like maybe like reinforce it somehow, or if they wanted to, they could intentionally destroy it, or you know they could swing from it if they so wished. But you know, it looks as a support beam that is crumbling, coming up. That the worm hasn't just fully fucking wiped out yet. Which, if it is, you know, you're not really sure. But I'm gonna give you more than that. So, but you can see that's coming up next. So that is going to be the next complication. Is this exposed support beam?
Can I whistle to them and point it out?
Sure. Yeah. So the three of you in the front, you see that Atlas is pointing up, and you can't reach it yet, but you'll probably reach it by the start of your next turns. There's a support beam that's like had a big chunk gouged out of it, and you can see it's beginning to crumble, but it's not been fully wiped out. Gives you some time to think about what you might want to do.
It's me.
Alrighty, Astra.
Hello. I think she's gonna keep moving at normal speed. She's still moving, but not near tail, because she's a bit confused as to why everyone's going into danger zone.
Stop going close to its tail, bitch!
I don't think there's anything else she can do, unless probably seeing. Oh, no, wait, is that a touch spell? Yeah, it is. Never mind. Just leaving Cyrus to himself. Can Astra try and look for any, like, I don't know, side tunnels coming up that they might be able to...
Yep, you can make a perception check, try to look for any way out.
not 20. 29.
There is none you can currently see within your dark vision range. There's definitely no way out right now. But you think back, like, there was that little alcove you just tucked in. Like, there could be, and you're trying to think back, there was that station that you guys were at with the big, like, wagon, like, not too far back. And you're trying to think, like, how often those were. You're trying to think, like, you've seen, the tunnel has split before. Like, not super often, but, like, there's definitely a chance. You would think, considering how close you were to another station, like, how likely is it that from one station it's just going to keep being a linear path? You think that if you can hold out long enough, the tunnel eventually is going to split.
Okay.
But you just can't see anything right now. There's definitely no way out in this exact moment, but you're able to say, like, if we follow this thing for long enough, there will become a point where it's going to go one way and we might be able to go a different way.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it's a wild animal. It burrowed in here from the side. It could at any point burrow out again.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, she'll just keep moving at normal pace.
Sure, so you're moving at non-pace in the middle for easy tracking. So Beros is the only one who did not make an active, or who's actively hidden himself for this thing and tried to be stealthy, so he's like taking cover and ducking away from it. Volgir and Cyrus, you guys will just fucking hightailing it to get away from the tunnel collapse behind you, even if that's putting you in a slightly more dangerous position, or the tail. For both of you, I would like you both to make me a dexterity check, please. Not a saving throw, just a check. For Cyrus. 11 for Volgir. Is your familiar here, Volgir, by the way? Is it Dragon out?
No, because I imagine I didn't. Well, we didn't buy him a suit, so I'm just.
Yeah, you dismissed him. Cool. So, Cyrus, as you're running along, this tail comes sweeping towards you, and you jump over the barb at the end of it like it's a jump rope. Volgir, you are sideswiping this thing, and it collides with you. Volgir, roll me a d4. You want to roll a 3 or 4 for this one?
1.
Volgir, as you try to dodge out of this thing, the tail stinger comes right towards you. Does a 31 hit. Oof. As the tail stinger stabs through your smoke suit and into your side.
Why did you ask?
The sheer size of this thing, it's not like being stabbed by, like, you know, a needle or a rapier. It's like being stabbed by
a ballista.
Bigger than that. It is almost comparable as if someone took a metal pyramid about the size of a football and just fucking hammered it into your side. And the poison that seeps from the stinger almost instantly is enough to make your skin burn in pain. You take 13 points of piercing damage and 24 points of poison damage.
Resistant to poison. Well, I've got resistance to poison.
Then you take a total of 25 damage. Thank God for dwarvish poison resilience.
And in that moment, everyone understood why Atlas fell way back.
And why I'm just gonna stay where I am.
And if I had a Dragon out, I would have had a double resistance.
Yep.
Which would
But a
have.
Dragon might have had 3 heads by the end of the adventure.
A Dragon, the new Chimera.
You have now got a puncture in your smog suit as well. So just please bear that in mind. We will. You can roll a. When you take damage, roll me a d4 to see if the suit actually has punctured enough to warrant a repair. If it's enough that you can just minorly patch it up. 2. So although this big impact, a lot of it's like a crushing impact, there's only a small little hole. You're effectively able to like cover it with your elbow for now as you're running. It's not like gonna let anything seep in too badly. So yeah, you're not completely, you don't need to like stop and use an action to fucking patch the hole up. It's not that bad, but it is definitely a risk. And you'd know that even Volgir, if you didn't get stabbed by this thing, you probably would have been hit by it and smacked into the wall or something. I now need to make a perception check for El Wormo.
See nothing, El Wormo.
15. He doesn't see anything important right now.
He's not super wise.
No.
He's a worm.
He's at a disadvantage in this roll, so the 4 he got.
He's not the worm of wisdom. That's a different one.
That's a different worm. All right. So you all have used your movement. So none of you are going to drop down a section. Top of the round, Beros, you see coming up the thing Atlas called it to you, this exposed support pillar coming up that looks like it's about to crumble and fall away. It is now in the green sector.
Okay. Can I? Is it like about to fall?
It is. It's like and you said brick, like you know, begin like fall away from it, like it is crumbling away. It's like a stone support pillar, like a cement pillar. That's. It looks like the tail has smacked into it, bounced off, and it's bowed in the middle. But like you know, it's not fall. Like if you took some time and like tried to reinforce it, you could potentially stop a cave in, but maybe not forever. You know, you might give yourself some more time.
Okay. I mean, Barrett's not the strongest, but I'll bonus action dash to kind of.
You wouldn't need to dash because you're already in the furthest point.
Okay, I'll use my
unless you
movement
wanted to move further than the green zone, like closer along the worm's body.
That's worm zone.
Which you can do, but there's a lot of debris falling off the worm's torso like, as it moves. So
No, little Satyr boy, don't move into the worm zone.
I'll use my movement to move up to the support pillar, and I'll shout out to Volgir and Cyrus to basically help me, and use my action to basically brace the pillar as much as I can.
Cool. That is going to be an athletics check to try to, you know, hold this thing up with just your bare satyr arms.
18.
It is pretty good. Yeah, you run up to it, you like push against this thing from the other side, like pushing and shoving against it. How long do you want to hold the pillar for?
My movement is pretty good, so up until the point that everyone is past me.
Okay. So Beros, these
Atlas will never get past you. She's always last.
So different from the vanilla chase complications, where complications occur every single like person's turn. These complications don't just persist each round; they move through the sectors. So this pillar is going to move into yellow and it's going to move into red. If you can keep the pillar held up, it will, while in the red zone, buy one more turn for anyone in the red zone. If it is being supported with a strength roll like that. However, the complication is you have to maintain that strength roll the whole way back now and risk losing your speed.
That's fine. I think because Barros has the ability to double dash using his thing, I'll chance it.
Cool. Perfect. Alrighty.
And basically, the moment it gets into red, then obviously I'll just wait on people to come past. Basically, holding it out for people.
Perfect. For argument's sake, I'm going to put Beros and the pillar together, so I know who's keeping track of what. Alrighty, Saparna is going to use her regular movement and keep her action readied to try to keep anyone out from going into the red zone. Volgir, you can see this pillar coming up ahead. You see Beros like bracing against it, trying to keep it held.
Because Beros has asked for some help, I will go try and help.
Okay, you go over and go to brace it. You can also make an athletics check if you'd like.
14.
You and Beros are both bracing this pillar now. It's got to a point where they're both enough of success where Beros could let go and pass that success onto you and then leave it behind if he wanted to. So right now there's two of you doing it and it's holding. However, it's not going to hold forever. Like obviously you're holding it right now, but the second the worm moves further away, that's when it gets very difficult. And the second that the avalanche effect of the ceiling collapsing comes, that's when it's getting the hardest. So it only gets more difficult from here. The more of you on it, the more chance it stays up.
Right.
Cyrus.
Cyrus is looking at the pillar, looking at Beros and Volgir, and he's thinking, if I pry a javelin in between the bow where this pillar's collapsing, would it make any effect?
You can definitely try. Bear in mind, this is all like you're running, like you know, like this. I would say because Atlas called it out, I would let you use a reaction, make an intelligence check to see if you can like work out the angle and if the javelin's gonna be strong enough. 16?
Solid for Cyrus.
Maybe not a javelin because they're wood, but something like a crowbar if you had a way to affix it. Something strong and metal that might have a bit of like structural integrity. Like, bear in mind, this is a concrete pillar, like supporting our ceiling. Like, unfortunately, a javelin, you know, yay thick. The cylinder is, you know, probably not gonna hold up.
Not my crowbar.
Doesn't have to be.
I do have a great sword though.
That, again, a great sword would probably work, yeah. And or even like if you had a warhammer, like a big metal handle, something like that, maybe. But yeah, because the javelin is sharp,
Cyrus and his
spiky
crowbar
front
is
and
the true
wooden.
romance of this D&D campaign.
It's his
The
other.
crowbar's like yay big. It's not gonna do much. Great sword at least has some length to
That's
it.
what he's justifying as he passes over his crowbar and his
You would
back.
probably need to like get rope or chain and like bind it like a splint to like a broken arm. You know, like you probably would need to like. It's not just gonna stay on its own unless you got a way to make it do that.
I was thinking just like stabbing in the ground and propping, but that might not work. I have
You could
rope though,
you could
so-
try going the Cyber Barris and Vulgar and like try to make a wedge. Yeah, that could work. Or you could like splint it, or you know, these are all like ideas. But the more time you spend of it, the more likely it's going to be to succeed.
Just for D&D 6, Mary has frozen. Her
fine.
Discord has died.
I thought she was just
yeah.
being very thoughtful.
Pensive. He'll splint it then. I've got rope. I've got a sword. He's gonna splint it.
You run up, slam it on, mark off you're the great sword, and I would probably say you're probably not spending the time to stop and cut the rope. You're probably just like passing it between Barros, Vulgar, and yourself, like you're trying to rapidly put lights on a Christmas tree, like around this pillar, trying to bind it as much as you can.
Speed decoration.
Yeah. Make me
Bye great sword and rope.
because Barros and Vulgar are already there. Make me a athletics check.
And you know for a fact a bird folk will come down this tunnel in numbers of years and go, ooh, shiny. Oh shit.
12.
You get advantage, sorry, because they've all both succeeded already. So this is to see if you can get this to hold.
21.
21. So you bind it. It seems to be holding. I will ask the 3 people who are working on the pillar if they would like to continue to physically reinforce it with their bodies, or if they trust the sword to simply do enough. If you trust it, you're going to stay in the green zone this turn. If you don't, at the start of the next round, you're going to fall back with the complication to the yellow zone.
I might
Does
stay.
not trust it.
I might stay till the yellow zone at
fine.
least.
Yeah, I'll stay till the yellow zone.
They're also going to trust it.
Barris is not going to trust
Okay,
it.
Cyrus, trust it. Nope. So you're all going to stand it. That's fine. Perfect. Good thinking. Atlas.
Stay where I am.
Yep.
Well,
Movement to
Mo-
continue
move.
your pace. Yep.
move to continue being where I am.
I will assume unless you tell me you're going to fall back a sector, you're always going to use movement to stay in the current.
Yeah. And I'll do another active perception to see if I can see what else is coming up.
Perfect. Make a perception check.
23.
Roll me d6.
Two.
You see that there is a pillar up ahead. You're like, oh, another support beam. If we can get 2 in a row, we've actually got a good chance of holding this. And then you see the worm's like body just kinks to the side in the
you
middle
dick.
and smashes it. And as it does so, there's this huge dust cloud that begins just like shooting down, and it blocks your vision for any further. You know that if that dust like it's gonna like cover your visors and stuff, it's gonna be very difficult to see when the dust reaches you. But you can obviously take action before that to try to, you know, prevent it from clogging up filters or prevent it from clogging up your vision.
Do spells or anything? Because I already saw that. but I will try and bring the others' attention to it once again.
And again, you have time because it has to first go through the green sector and then your sector. So you have time to react right
Yeah.
now. You're getting a head start on it.
But yeah, I'll point it out to
Perfect.
my homies.
Astra.
All my homies are gonna be
Hello.
covered in dust.
The one homie he might be able to help. For once. Keep moving.
Astra,
normally.
use storm wind. Is that a thing you can do? I don't.
She's got gust of wind.
A cantrip.
It's a spell.
Cantrips are also spells.
Like a normal spell.
Cantrips can be spells.
A level
What is this?
spell.
Spellism.
Spellism. She's a spellist.
Second level
Petition to
spell.
stop calling them spellcasters and start calling them spellists.
I'm a spellist.
I'm a
You're
spellist.
a what?
Yeah, a line of strong wind that's 60 foot long, 10 foot wide, blast from either direction you choose for the duration.
Yeah, that if you time that right, you could make like a central column here, like behind the worm's tail, with the effect you support Atlas. And if the guys came like in that column, then they could avoid the effects of that dust potentially.
Yeah, she'll ready that for whenever. She'll tell the others and ready it for whenever they're behind her to cast it to keep the dust away.
You let me know when you cast it.
Yeah.
Worm's turn. I need the 3 boyos at the pillar.
Come on, worm boys.
The worm's tail is going to flick towards the pillar. There is a choice. I would like all of you to type this choice in the chat, and then on 3 we're going to press enter to see who wants to do it. If anyone would like to interpose themselves between the tail and the pillar, they can. And they can make an athletics check, effectively try to stop this thing making impact, but they do risk getting attacked by the tail, or any contact with the tail also risks it finding out something weird is happening in its back end.
Which chat are
We're
we
gonna do it in the
putting
roll 20 chat. So everyone get your answers. So if you're gonna go for it, just say that you're gonna try to block it. If you're not gonna do it, just say no. So basically, a yes, I'm gonna block it, or no, I'm not. Let me know when everyone's ready. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on 3, you're gonna press enter. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Volgir and Cyrus, Volgir ducks behind the pillar, and Cyrus and Barros both move forward to shove this thing aside. Cyrus and Barros collectively, you're working together.
I think that very much vibes with Volgir, who just got stung by this thing, being like, not
Fuck
again,
this shit,
bitch."
man.
Not again!
Volgir is in cover, so Volgir, you're safe from this tail attack. Barros and Cyrus, you both move forward to block. You can either elect one of you to make an athletics check with advantage. Both make independent checks.
I'm quite athletic, but you have skills.
I've reliable talent, so I'll get a 14 at a minimum.
I will say that if someone solely is going to take the advantage for this, they are going to be the only one of the two who is at risk of being affected by the barb.
Or we could just roll individually.
That means there's a
roll
50-50
individually.
chance one of you could get affected. And bear in mind, there's a 50-50 chance when you'd hit wherever the barb actually hits you or not. Because this thing isn't trying to sting you. It's just like if you happen to... It's like stepping on a bumblebee.
Yeah, I think individual.
Yeah,
Okay.
rather than screwing over one person, both take the hit.
2 athletics checks then, 1 from each of you. And also I need both of you to roll me a D4.
$16 and a 1.
Cyrus, you run up on this thing's side and you grab it and you shove with all of your might, and it like skids you back and you almost lose your footing, getting stuck in one of the little actual slats of the train tracks. Barros, seeing this, you kind of like whip around the pillar, swinging off it, like jumping forward, like grabbing onto this thing. But as you do so, Barros, the barb of the stinger whips around, and instead just trying to push it off, it catches you on the back as it whips around behind you. Roll me a D4 for your smog suit, please. I'll also roll if you can still dodge it here, because it might still miss you, but I think it's 26
even
will
though
hit.
even though it's my regular armor, not a smoke
Oh,
suit.
no, because you're using a actual
Expanse
suit.
suit.
No, an expanse suit is more expensive, so it's more resistance. It's fine. But I think a 26 will hit you.
Yes.
Then you are going to take 39 points of damage, 11 piercing, 28 poison, as this thing stabs into your back. You like try to dodge out the way in the last second, but it just whips around and catches you.
Cool. Can I use a reaction to basically protective field myself to basically reduce some damage?
100%.
I'll reduce the damage by 8.
Nice.
So take 31.
Okay.
Yep.
The green sector is now full of this dust cloud that's rolling in, and the exposed support pillars you guys are reinforcing is now safely out of the tail's reach. However, it is now fallen back into the yellow zone. The roof is beginning to crumble, and you can like hear like the creaking of like those stone beginning to give way. Whether or not this great sword is enough to keep it standing or not remains to be seen.
Are the boys at the same level as Astra now?
They're at the same level as you, so you're like passing. So, but your cloud, so your gust, you could gust it out sideways, but it's not going to. You almost want to gust towards it to like part the Red Sea, So.
Okay.
But like they might still. I think you said whenever they like move, like So I think you call out like to move to you. So if you like. Yeah. Wait for them to move to you and then you do it. As long as they do that before your turn, which is the end of the initiative order, it should be. Like, if they're going to do it or not, it's going to happen before then.
Okay.
Eros. There's a pillar and a dust cloud.
I think I'm staying where I am.
Sure. Keeping the pillar.
Keeping the pillar.
Sure thing. You're going to roll over that previous success then because you're maintaining it. That will roll you back. Next turn. Okay. Saparna. Saparna's going to keep doing what she's doing, but she will say, those of you who are stopping, do you need help? And she's like,
keep going.
Okay.
This must be a very big cabin. So if I keep racing, I go into the red.
Yes. Looks like Barros is digging his heels in. He's probably not going to run. You would know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna peel away.
Okay. Are you going to dash back up into the green zone, or are you going to stay in the yellow zone for now?
I think I'm going to stay in the yellow zone for the moment.
Your thing. Cyrus.
But can I use my? Can I do some sort of perception check?
100%. Yeah. Go for it.
Anything else?
What are you thinking of? What are you looking for? Are you looking for like upcoming hazards? Are you looking for a way out? What's
stuff falling down the sides of the more like I'm looking at like the top of the creature, probably seeing if there's anything getting damaged.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, like you can see that like the whole this thing's too tall for the like tunnel it's in. Like the tunnel's kind of like longer than it is tall. This creature has plenty of space in the latitude side, but the actual vertical is not really fucking vibing. Make a perception check so you can see any like weak points or any upcoming hazards.
16.
That you can see. A 16. Roll me a d6. Two. Because of all the dust in front of you that has not been parted, you can't see much beyond the dust, unfortunately.
Worth a shot. Okay.
Cyrus.
I think Cyrus will notice Barros digging in his hoofs, and he will dig in his heels, because I think I could keep up with him with my adrenaline rush.
Alrighty. Cyrus and Barros holding their ground. Atlas.
Just had a really stupid idea.
We have a lot of those.
How far would I have to go to get to the worm?
You would have to dash. Movement and dash. Or movement and Misty Step or something like that, if you had another way to...
Yeah. Can you ready spells?
Yes.
Okay. But I wouldn't because I'd have to dash. Or cast a spell, which I couldn't.
Yeah, just to keep your current positioning, if you didn't move, you would be in the red. If you keep moving, you're in the yellow.
Okay.
You do see there's a support pillar up ahead that Cyrus and Barros are using. If you wanted to, you can try to swing on it, which you can try to use to throw yourself forward, like with momentum.
That would be real fucking cool, but I don't think that I am athletic enough to do that.
It is not an athletics-based ability. I'll tell you that.
It's a luck roll.
It's like it's like you run up, like grab onto it with the momentum and swing yourself, like propelling yourself forward. If you succeed in the check, you will move up to the green zone. If you don't, you unfortunately will lose all your movement speed and risk falling over if you do really bad.
Fuck it, we ball. Let's go.
Okay, acrobatics check as you run over the pillar and you watch as she like flies towards it, like stretches out her hand, grabs onto it, like boom, and like a fucking shock put being thrown, like propels herself forward, or tries to.
That's not bad.
A 19, Atlas, you throw yourself into the green zone as you like nearly land as you like glide forward, and you are immediately the dust cloud, like ah.
I'm going to reach out my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping if that worm comes towards me, actually it's within 30 feet.
But you cannot see it because you are blinded by the dust cloud. You'll be able to see it next turn, or if Atlas blasts her cone at you in the dust.
Okay. Can I ready it for when I see it?
You can ready it for when you see it, yep.
When I see that worm, I want to cast Reduce on it.
Sure. Astra, before the end of Atlas's turn, the boys have not fulfilled your prerequisite, but would you like to cast your ready spell anyway, or would you like to keep holding it? If you use an action, you can just keep holding it indefinitely, and you don't lose the spell slot. If you now say fuck it, I'm not going to do it, it'll you'll lose it, unfortunately.
Let me just reread it. Just double check. Thanks. Where'd it go? Sorry, Atlas. Yeah, she's gonna cast it because it's gonna be a hindrance to all of them.
Are you just doing it like straight in front of you, like a straight shot through?
Yeah.
Perfect. Atlas, because you had to go to the side to that pillar, unfortunately you are not in the center, so you're not going to be affected by this. You're still blinded at the moment. But you have made a clear path, Astra. It's like 10-foot column, and you see the barbed stinger before you.
I was kind of worried because I actually yeeted Atlas closer to the mouth of the worm, but yeah.
Because you just casted it straight ahead, she actually had to go to the side to throw herself forward.
Yeah.
Or, for fun, we can say she's in the middle if you want.
No, it's okay.
Sure? You don't want to risk impaling her on the stinger?
No,
you died how she lived, doing stupid shit.
It is also your turn, then, Asha. It was only your readied action from the previous turn.
Okay. She can still see injured folks. So probably bonus action healing word on Theros.
Good thing.
Probably go for second level because he took a bit of a beating.
While that's happening, Atlas, can you give me a dexterity check at disadvantage?
Ugh. 11 healing for Barros.
11 healing for Barros.
Disadvantage?
Hold control while clicking. Just roll twice and then you can take the lowest yourselves.
Do that, so.
a healing word is your bonus action, Astra. Anything else you'd like to do? Do you want to dash up to the worm?
No.
I mean, that's not bad for rolling a disadvantage. It's pretty fucking similar.
She'll try and perceive, suppose any more obstacles
Upcoming
coming
threat?
up.
Yeah, make a perception
Yeah.
check. Atlas, roll me a d4, please. And Astra,
22.
roll me a d6. D4, please, Atlas.
It's a 5.
5. Roll it again, because I've had it before.
Okay.
A 3. You see that the worm is kind of like beginning to like go lower, it looks like, and you can kind of see that the floor up ahead looks a bit unsteady and stable. Like you can see the rails are like beginning to buckle. Looks like people need to be very careful with their footing the upcoming stretch.
Okay, she'll warn those around her that terrain's becoming even more unstable.
Alrighty. Atlas, in the dust, you feel something plunge into your side. Or at least try to sort of dodge out of the way. 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
15 piercing, 38 poison.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can. It's
Stabbed
touching you.
me, so I try and cast Reduce on it.
Sure. What does that do? You can go down a size category.
Makes it one size smaller.
If we go from gargantuan to huge,
I'm hoping that I will stop it destroying all the support pillars.
maybe.
It makes a save.
Yeah.
It's a shame it doesn't stack
What
that.
kind? 6 saves it could make.
I want to say Constitution? Yes.
But we can go for con.
Yeah, it does con.
20.
It succeeds. Nothing happens.
Unfortunately,
I
nothing.
risked it all for fuck.
This giant fucking worm has a plus 11 to its con saves.
They could have rolled really badly.
Could have done. Yeah, it rolled a 9. The dice. It's not far off. Alrighty then. That is the worm's turn. This is gonna roll back. Dust Cloud rolls back. Orbuckle rolls back. Beros, you and Cyrus are holding the pillar. No one is currently in the red zone, apart from yourselves.
Why are you still holding it?
It does seem like the red zone, if you can keep the pillar held, will last this one round. But then after that point, it probably is going to crumble anyway. Because the
I think it's time to let the sword do its work.
It basically means that if something happened to Astra Volgir's Parna and they fell back a section, that they would not be crushed to death because of this, if it held.
Yeah, but the longer we stay here, the more in danger we are of being crushed.
Correct. I will tell you this: you guys can hold it one more round, and after that, if you do not move up 2 to 3 sectors, you're probably gonna get crushed. Because you'd be off the screen in an effective sense. You'd have to move up through the red and then into the yellow again. So you'd have to move actually 2 sections forward, not just one. So Beros could do it. He's got bonus action dash and action dash. And Cyrus, I'm not sure if you have it with your.
If I burn another adrenaline surge, I could do that.
But it's Beros' call what he wants to do.
Okay, so basically, if we hold it for one more, then it gives us a pretty good position. Okay. I'll turn to Cyrus. Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Okay.
I gotta make this map bigger. Hang on.
I'm having a Steve Dustin moment. If you die, I die.
I am going to use one of my psionic powered dice, telekinetic movement, to move Cyrus 30 feet ahead.
Cool. That'll move him in the next section.
Barrows.
And I will hold the pillar.
Okay. Barros throws Cyrus away up ahead, and he continues to hold his ground. Cool.
That's my turn.
Ready. Just gonna make your dark red zone on the map. Hang on. There we go. Just add on a dark red zone, I guess, because we need that. Alrighty. That is Barros' turn. He carries on success. Saparna will stay in the yellow zone, with the dust cloud being parted by Astra and her magic, which is working for her right now. She will see Barros and she will call out before turn ends, and she will say, Barros, do you need me to come get you?
I've got this. Trust
Okay.
me.
Volgear.
Totally does not trust him.
Safe in this little channel of air that Astra's blasted to stop you getting blinded by the dust cloud. It's never arguing to say Cyrus could be thrown into that by Barros with the...
Thank you.
Do you know what? I'll stay where I am.
Yep, to keep pace.
Dust cloud's still up there, isn't it? And you've got the floor buckle there that's been seen. I'm just seeing random rolls.
Don't worry about them. I'm just catching up. I'll do a perception check. Well, can we actually see anything above in front of that? Or is it just tail? You can see little bits and pieces. Like, you can also see where Astra's kind of pointing out the floors begin to start buckling away.
Can I look to see if I can see any sort of escape? Or
Sure.
Sideways tunnel or something?
Sideways tunnels are difficult because you've got this narrow corridor. But there might be sideways exits, like, up or below, maybe?
Yeah, I'll look for them. Just see what I think.
Sure, make a perception check.
23.
23. You see... you don't see any tunnels themselves, but you do see that there is a sign in a language you don't speak, because you don't speak Gnomish, do you? Can you read it? Or can you only hear it spoken aloud?
I cannot do anything because I don't have the thing with me because we left it.
You see there's a sign, like, near the tracks.
I will yell at everyone and say there's a sign over there that says something, and I can't read it.
And we'll all say, we can't read that either.
Look, a sign! What does it say? I don't know.
It means something. There's definitely something ahead,
like us.
you would conclude.
It was like us with that fucking sign up, like, of warning on the elf school, and it was like, well, none of us can read that, so in we go, I guess.
And that is probably Volgear. Cyrus, you've been thrown forward by Barros' telekinetic ability.
I feel like I should run and keep pace because Barros told me to trust him. I'm also aware that he can't see because he's got no dark vision.
Yeah, he's in the dark, and with the dust cloud, he's probably struggling right now, to say the least.
I think I might slow my pace, hold my position. I'll slip back into the red zone just because I'm not moving, so that he at least has a... You have a nearby light. You can at least see the general direction.
Okay, you want to fall back?
Because if I run too far, the dust cloud will disperse the light, and you won't be able to tell which way is where you're meant to go.
It's true.
Can I ready a dash for when Beros passes me? Can I hold a dash?
Yeah, you can ready a dash. So whenever he's past you, you want to just dash forward.
Yeah, I'll just, whenever he passes me, I'll just keep pace with him.
Sure. Atlas.
I am going to... That worm hits me again, I'm fucking dead. I'm going to fall back into the yellow zone.
Sure. You choose not to move. Do you want to go into the column where it is visible?
Yeah, I would like to be able to see.
Sure.
And knowing the floor is about to buckle and be uneven, she is going to switch to flying.
Yep, you start flying. Good shout. Anything else?
Can I see?
Your perception check to try to see past the worm. Yeah, the dust cloud is only this one sector, so...
Perceive. 14.
14, like straining, looking up what's coming ahead, with the worm still whipping around with the poison pumping through your veins. Bit hard to get a good focus right now to see what's coming up. Astra.
Sound off who's majorly hurt right now.
I don't know whether to call it majorly.
I am
Gear that's okay.
bloodied. I think. I can never remember which is which. What's under half? Is that bloodied?
Bloodied is under half, yeah.
That I'm bloodied.
One stinger.
It was a big
Injured.
stinger.
It's a very big stinger.
Valgir still injured or just okay? Ish.
Trying to think how much health that is. I'd say he's just injured, like not
Cyrus
majorly.
okay?
That's good.
Yeah. She'll keep moving, but she'll give it a little tap. How high is Atlas flying? Is she still within touch range? Just like
Yeah, she only
tap
flies
the
like
claw.
5 feet above the ground. It's just so she doesn't have to run on uneven ground.
Okay. She'll bop Atlas and cast Hero Wounds at first level.
Nice.
Or 12 healing. That's all she really can do. Yeah. Stay in yellow, heal. Yeah, that's her.
Perfect. The worm's tail wicks around. No one is close enough to it to be at any risk. Top of the round. Someone roll me a d6, please.
Who hasn't rolled one yet?
A D6?
Yep.
Oh, sure. I'll roll one. 6.
6. Nice. We haven't got before. You see coming up, there is this, like, thing that the worm's crashed into and it's been kind of thrown in the side. I'm going to say, for argument's sake, the left-hand side of the tunnel, there's this big abandoned metro car. And it is kind of like being thrown off the tracks. It looks like it would give some protection from A, the worm's stinger, but also B, the tunnel collapse at least a little bit. It's going to hold up some of the roof momentarily. So you're obviously like small debris. You can kind of see that's coming up. So that's kind of what you guys see if you're in the front section. That's kind of what we see coming up into the green zone now. I do need everyone apart from Atlas in the yellow zone, so Astra, Volgir, and Saparna, to make me a strength saving throw.
I thought I was guessing safe. 18.
You're fine, Volgir.
Eight, 11.
Astra, you and Saparna, as the floor begins to just like falls out from underfoot, as the entire structural integrity just buckles underneath you. Your feet get stuck in some debris, like under some metal. You can't move, and you fall back into the red zone.
Okay.
Top of the round, it is Beros. Beros, this pillar is about to go.
Double dash.
Double dash. That'll bring you back with your regular movement, and the double dash will take you to the yellow sector. You run through this dust cloud, come out the other side. You kind of see that the floor here is all dropped, and you nearly stumbled you coming into it as the floor is there. As you enter the floor buckled area, I do need you to make me a strength saving throw as you nearly tremble over the rubble as you come out of the dust cloud.
Sure.
Do I see Beros past me?
5.
No, because he's in the dust. You might hear him with your perception check. A 5, Beros, unfortunately, you get your foot stuck and you're also going to fall back into the previous sector. And Beros, you would know the rate of the tunnel collapse that unless you get help, it is probably unlikely you are going to be able to get away from this collapse. Cyrus, the floor falling out, the trundle, the debris. You don't know?
Don't hear the clip-clops.
Don't hear the clip-clops. Saparna is going to dust herself off, pick herself back up, and she is going to grab... He's going to look at you and Astra, Cyrus, and she's going to say, do either of you need help moving forward?
I'm good.
I think so.
Okay, she can't see Beros because of the dust. Beros, are you going to yell anything, or do you do anything? Or
Sure. I think my foot's stuck.
Hang on!
Not this little
stuck too.
hoofsy.
Saparna just immediately runs out of the column of wind that you cut through this dust cloud, Astra, into the abyss. And you eventually, Beryl, she starts looking around. She's trying to find you in the dust cloud. She does have true sight, which means she can see in magical and non-magical darkness. She can see the invisible condition. She can see through illusions. She can see, the true form of any
can't
creature
she
by
see
magic.
through some
She can
dust?
Can't
see
see
into
through
the
dust.
ethereal plane, but she cannot see through physical impediments like walls or dust or fog. So she's going to have to search for you, Beros, in the dark. So she's going to do that for now and look for you. Going to be a disadvantage perception check. 26. Beros, she finds you. She takes hold of you and says, "Okay, I think this is going to hurt." And that will end Saparna's turn. Volgir. Saparna had to use her action to search for Beros, but she has found him.
I like to think that I think this is going to hurt, and then we just hear the goat scream meme from behind us.
What are you doing, Volgir? You've seen this weird sign.
Yeah, that useless to us all.
What does it mean?
Did Saparna say anything about having found Beros at the end?
Yeah, she probably is got him!
Cool.
And then she turns to
Which
Beros
means-
quietly and says, "This is going to hurt."
What was the blue?
It's a train car that's been smashed off, a passenger train car. So think very London Metro kind of style, train car just being shoved off the tracks. So you can run into it and run along it. It will probably, remove that difficult floor terrain you're in. It'll give you a bit of protection from the tail, as if you're in the green zone, and a bit of protection from above. But it also impedes some movement because you're having to move through, having to move around it. Your best bet is to get into it, but the doors are currently,
Yeah.
the doors aren't open, so probably you might need to someone might need to open it up, and if it's open, it might serve as a good shortcut or passage of protection for people.
But to do that, we need 2 turns to do it. While we wait for it to get there.
Well, if you dashed up to it, then you would then next turn be able to open it up and then move straight in,
Yeah.
And then you could stay in the green sector, because this thing is going to span 2 sectors. So it's going to span the green and yellow next sector. So if you're actually at it now, it means straight away the next turn you can throw it open and then run up a sector as well.
Yeah, I'll go for that then.
Cool. So you move up, you get to the door, getting ready to like try to pry this door open. It's like, you know, rusted shut from years of inactivity.
I'll try and move the furthest away point from the tail as well.
Yeah, you will get some cover. You will not get as much cover as being inside of it. Because this thing might just get fucking hit into you. Cyrus.
Saparna's got Barros.
You heard her say she got him.
I'm gonna dash up then to yellow section.
Yellow sector, yep. The floors, you run into it and trumble over some debris. Make me a strength saving throw.
$23.
You're able to shake it off, no problem, and you just keep moving forward.
I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. Don't really have any useful bonus actions here.
Alrighty. Atlas.
Atlas is mildly alarmed that there's not people in front of her. Well, a Volgir in front of her. She'll call to Cyrus. Everyone okay back there?
I think so. Saparna's got Barros. Astra's on her way.
Alright. Active perception. To,
She doesn't believe him.
No, to see if there's anything else upcoming.
Go for it.
22.
22. You start looking ahead. Roll me a d6.
Four.
You see that it looks like the worm up ahead is beginning to burrow down through the floor,
Okay, that's good.
leaving the tunnel. Which means that it might be after that point structurally sound.
And I will just keep moving.
Sure thing. Astra.
Hello. Am I stuck or do I just need to dash?
You need to dash to get in the yellow zone, but the floor is still buckled there, so if you take no precautions, you probably have to make another strength saving to not tumble back into the red zone.
Don't even know.
Because the floor's loose. It's like as you step,
You have
the
wings,
stones crumble.
Astra.
It's like pitfalls.
She's already used them.
Well, you had wings, Astra.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything she really. No, that would take her away or dash if she did anything. Yeah. It's just action dash, I think. I don't think there's any gonna see stuff. Nope. Yep, dash and hope for the best.
Strength saving through Astra as you run in.
Oh, 20.
You keep your sure footing. You do not lose it, which is very good indeed. This thing is going to potentially smack you Volgir, but I'll get him to make a dex saving throw when he is back. Top of the round, everyone in the red sector is going to take some damage as the ceiling collapses on them. Barros, you take 56 points bludgeoning damage. As a Saparna, there is no save for this.
Alright.
You see Barros top of the round. The Saparna is getting ready to channel some magic. And it's just likely to be cast a spell. You're not sure, but obviously you couldn't do anything her last turn. But Barros, you and Saparna are both now trapped underneath rubble, like you are restrained, like you're buried underneath this. You're gonna have to try to dig your way out or rely on something she has. But before then, Volgir, the worm, make me a dex saving throw to see if you can avoid the tail smacking into you.
It was a 12.
A 12. The tail does make contact. Roll a d4. You want a 3 or 4? 2. The barbed stinger whips around again. However, you do get a +5 to your AC from the cover provided by the metro car. So does a 20 hit you with a +5 to your AC?
Well, now I need to actually work out what my AC is without my armor. 1 second. What
I believe a
does the
smog suit is technically like padded armor, so it's 11 plus your dex, I think.
So I get a +5, so it's a 16 normally.
Plus your
Where's that?
+5 from the cover, so 21.
I think so. It just seems awfully high for being 16.
You're a ranger, so you've got a good. I'll just double check. Smog suit is. It should say on D&D Beyond what type of armor it is.
I had a +3 for my dex because of my dex, because I've got a dexterous wearer for medium armor master.
Cool. Yeah. If a 20 misses, a 20 misses. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the stinger stabs into like a window of the car and then just stops short of your face by like a few inches, and you see this like drip of poison like oozing out of it. But yeah, you take no damage. Beros, you are buried. You are restrained. You are blind.
I suppose just start kind of clearing rubble to assist Sapana in whatever way I can.
Sure thing. Yeah, so make me an athletics check, try to clear some of this debris out while you're being crushed.
22.
22, yeah. You like push and shove, and you actually clear a path that you can see up ahead, and you kind of see like that the guy is kind of ahead of you. You can basically see that effectively, for argument's sake, Volgar is still in the green zone, but the train car has entered the yellow section. And you can kind of see, like, in the distance what Atlas kind of just saw, like, the worm begin to tunnel away and begin to go down. But that's probably most of your turn. Unless you need a bonus action or anything at all. Alrighty. Sparna's turn. Sparna is going to cast Dimension Door, and she throws the two of you into the green zone because she's trying to get you away from the actual, like, you know, shit falling away behind you. So she pings you forward. Volgir, you're technically in the green zone still because that's just the way the pacing's gone, but you have a chance to try to throw this door open, which will allow people to thorough through if they so want.
Give it to you.
Sure thing.
Is it any particular?
It will be either like a lock pick, like a thieves' tools, or like some kind of athletics check to like break the door open. Like, what are you trying to do?
I'll go with an athletics check if that's what, if you can give me that one.
Yeah, so you run, basically you charge the thing in your shoulder, like you try to wrench the door open. 19, yeah, you pull the door and heave it open. Basically, this kind of works like a ladder from Snakes and Ladders. If anyone would like to use their move action in the yellow zone, they will end up in the green zone. They do not need to dash. So you're basically allowed a rapid move forward.
While in cover.
Precisely. So for that one round, the car is in there. They will be covered, so they will get the +5 that you got.
Nice.
There were two people, however, in the open because, you know, they got a bit unlucky.
Yeah. Cool.
Assuming Volgir is moving inside.
Yeah.
Cyrus.
Cyrus will say to Astra and Atlas, "Get to the train car," and he will head to the train car.
Sure.
Get to the job.
And you want to move do you want to move into the green zone?
Get to the train. Yeah, I'll just move myself up here.
Cyrus moves up into the green zone. Atlas.
I will get to the chopper / train car.
Sure. The static, unmoving train car. Anything else, Atlas? That was just your movement. Same as Cyrus, that's only your movement. So if you guys want to take an action, you can.
Perception. I'll just take a perception check.
Sure.
I don't see much.
You don't see much.
I love you.
Atlas.
I also perceive.
Brit.
I also don't see much, but like a little more than Cyrus.
Perfect. Yeah, you don't see anything super obvious, but you do see that those cables, those hard lines you guys are following, they are like, you know, there's more than you've ever seen before, and everyone has joined in. You're probably getting near this central station.
That's where we were trying to go. Pre-worm.
A lot of the cables, Atlas, you look back, they're like hanging and sagging on the destroyed tunnel. You're like, I hope that they're still connected.
I hope that they weren't super vital to this.
They do look quite strong and sturdy, to be fair. They're not like ripped apart, you know. They're just, they've been buried in the rubble, like the ceilings collapsed with them, you know. But you're not sure how much condition they're in. But yeah, Astra.
Hello. Can she see how? What? Can she see how effect Beros and Saparna are?
Yeah, Saparna is injured. Beros, how hurt are you?
Critical.
Okay.
Okay.
Ryan freezing mid-bite. Not polite to
my
die
roll
while
20
to eat while someone's
crashed
dying.
No.
But yeah, she's gonna do a mass cure wounds. Where is it? So, yeah. So that's 26. Sorry, Ryan hiccuped whilst eating. 26 healing to everyone who needs it.
Perfect.
Up to 6 creatures, so Beros, Saparna,
You can get everyone.
everyone, yeah. Asher doesn't need healing.
26. 26, yeah?
Think so?
Bingo. Nice.
Cool. I am.
And then she's gonna
rejuvenated.
move to the
Green zone.
cart.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Worm's turn. I need everyone in the train car. I'm busy everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw to avoid this thing from colliding with you even at all. Still doesn't know entirely that you're here.
Dex save?
Dex save, yep. Dex save's fine. I think everyone's got a 15 or higher. Yeah, okay, so everyone, you dodge out of this tail as it whips around you, much to your relief. You all trundle back into the yellow zone, which is fine and safe right now. The worm is beginning to burrow. However, much like the Ouroboros eating its own tail, you hear a rumbling in the dirt behind you as surfacing from below the head of this worm, which
God
at some
damn
point
it.
has tunneled around and behind itself.
Why did you do that, worm?
After feeling a strange reverse fart on its back end from a gust of wind, it has come up behind itself to see what the fuck is going on. And as it appears in the back, that is its turn to move to there. But the worm is now appeared. To give you an idea, the worm is going to be, the tail and the head of the worm are only going to be in play for 1 round together, and that'll be next round the worm gets. After that, the tail will probably have to keep moving, or the worm will have to stop.
Did Atlas successfully make the worm smaller?
No.
No.
Oh, so this is just a game of Snake.
Yes.
Snakes and ladders. Hence
Snakes
the ladder
and
reference.
ladders.
Snakes and tunnels.
Worms and train cars.
But if it eats the train car, we'll probably be safe, right? That's how that works.
It could probably swallow that thing whole. Barrows!
Have you ever seen Men in Black 2?
I think so. I've seen some of the Men in Black movies, but I honestly might have skipped one. They get very samey after a while.
I assume Beros is on the floor.
You are conscious, right?
Yeah, I'm on the. But
So
don't think
Parna
I've
would have
done anything
teleported you
since-
standing upright, so you're
right, okay.
good to fucking go.
okay, I will sigh, pull out my short swords, move up to Worm. Just that stabby.
Go for it. Stabby, stabby. You are on your own. I think this definitely calls for rakish audacity.
Yeah. Cool. Dun, dun, dun. First one is a 30.
30 definitely hits against the purple worm.
So that is 10 damage, and then I'm going to throw a sneak attack up there.
Go for it.
Where's my sneak? An additional 18.
18. Nice.
And then I'll attack again.
It is injured
My
by these
other-
attacks. Doesn't seem like it's resistant at all, but it does look very beefy.
29
29 definitely hits.
for 9 points.
Another 9 points of piercing damage. Very good. Anything else at all, Barros?
That's my action, bonus action. So. Da, 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 da. Yes, Vex, isn't it? If you could deal damage to you have advantage on the next attack. Yeah, no, that's everything.
Alrighty. Saparna's turn. Saparna's gonna look at you all, and she's gonna say, I only get one shot at this, and she's going to cast Dominate a Monster at the purple worm. She's gonna try to...
Volgir is so thinking, why didn't you do that earlier?
Because it wasn't an immediate threat. And she can only do it once a day. So if you guys see something else big in the future, she might not be able to do anything. So I need to make a wisdom saving throw for El Wormo. He will burn a legendary resistance to not be affected by Dominate Monster.
Legend.
Shit! Saparna's gonna use her movement, just keep moving on the spot, because you are still being chased by this thing, I'll remind you. Also, unless you are telling me you are actively not moving, you are still maintaining your section. Volgir.
Volgir. Mace of
stick.
Bonk.
Bonk stick is what I was just thinking. I don't think it's very charismatic. I am going to do a bonk stick.
Sure. How much bonk does it have to roll?
Charisma 15.
It will use a second legendary resistance to burn the bonk stick.
Fuck's sake.
It's bonk resistant.
It is resistant to bonk.
No.
That's as resistant. And I can't even bloody
How close do you have to be, Volgir, to bonk it, by the way?
30 foot.
Okay, that's fine. So you can still be in your little train car, but you will be running at this... I'm assuming you're going to keep your pace, so that will basically... You're going to leave the train car behind soon.
Is it going to lose its tail before my next turn?
This turn that it has coming up, it has use of all of its faculties.
That's fine. Because it says it's getting another fucking reduce cast on it next go.
Nope.
So,
Yeah, if someone had like a reduce that could maybe make it like shorter, then maybe. But yeah, right
Yeah.
now,
I don't know, it just depends. Is it going to be like the snake game where if it catches, is it going to extend the tail, shorten the tail, or is it going to shorten the head?
yeah, where does it grow from? Normally it grows from the tail, and the old snake rolls. Cyrus. So I'm assuming Volgir is done.
I don't know if a Vorpal Sword's gonna be very useful against this thing.
I mean,
It has a
it's got-
head.
It does have a head.
It at least has a face end. I don't know if that's a head. Hang
It
on.
has a
we-
front.
2 worms
Yes, worms have a
Are
head.
we no longer
have
running?
heads.
But
We're
don't-
running
isn't
and
it-
also
Yeah, it has a
maybe
head.
fighting a little bit.
Am I wrong in thinking
Worms
if
not
you
only have a
decapitate
head, but they have something called a clitellum.
Yeah. Obviously.
I guess I'm gonna try and. First of all, we will rage.
Stab it in its clitellum.
Go for the clitellum, Cyrus.
And then I'll stab it in its clitellum.
That's the wide bit on the worm's neck. His little collar.
Like the bit that looks like it would bend if he was a bendy straw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna recklessly attack this thing because I think if it tries to hit me, it's just gonna hit me. So may as well give it advantage.
It's not
Why
gonna struggle.
I cannot cut off its head. Its head is too big.
Give him a few turns.
Crit on a Vorpal sword.
I mean, is there a size limit?
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
When you attack a creature that has at least one head, blah blah blah. A creature is immune to this effect
Because it has legendary actions.
the creature.
It's also
Where is
insanely large. I don't think the Vorpal sword would have enough to go through.
If the GM decides that the creature is too big for its head to be cut off with this weapon, such a creature instead takes an extra 6d8 slashing damage.
So you get to do the extra 68, but yeah, the great sword, maybe. A long sword, unfortunately not. This thing can swallow horses, apparently without like needing to like contract. It's like it could just like open mouth and horse go in. So
We've all eaten horse without chew, okay? We've all open mouth and horse go in.
we've all open mouth and horse go in.
We've all open mouth and horse go in.
slashing damage.
Coming soon to Bad Dragon, open mouth and horse go in.
I mean, that's basically what the horse meat scandal was.
Okay, so the first one is 12 damage.
Ryan had a load of dodgy kebabs in Bolton. He's probably eaten horse.
Yeah, 12 damage for the first hit,
Yep.
plus the many D.
The 68.
68. Extra 25 on that.
I see it. This thing's looking injured. Not bloodied yet, but definitely.
Swing again.
Go for it. He goes recklessly again.
23 to hit.
23 hits. Punctures through this thing's sharp carapace, this outer like armored carapace.
I just need to check to see if that rage damage gets applied twice.
I think it does for every attack.
Just checking the me feats.
It is not yet bloodied.
And extra attack did that. Oh, frenzy. If you recklessly attack while rage is active, you deal an additional 3d6.
There you go.
So do I get that twice because I'm recklessly attacking twice?
I think it is every time you. What does it say exactly? How does it phrase itself?
If you recklessly attack while rage is active, you deal an additional 3d6 damage to the same type of damage that you hit. Strength-based attack.
I will check.
Orc things. Things that orc do.
Orc things.
Your path of the
Berserker.
Berserker. Frenzy. If you use Reckless Attack while your rage is active, you deal extra damage to the first target you hit on your turn. So you get that once, that extra.
Okay.
So you do an extra 3d6 once, but you still get that plus 3 rage damage, because that's just a flat thing. So roll an extra 3d6, you have to add that on.
Cool.
Yes, it's only the first creature that you attack, Reckless Attack. Plus 11.
Extra 11.
This thing is not yet looking bloodied. It's still only injured, this beefy boy. You've done about 100 damage. Inhale,
Pretty good for
Cyrus.
2 attacks. No, that's all. I'd scream at it.
Perfect. Atlas, you're in a train car.
I'm in
There's a
train
worm.
car. There's a worm outside.
There's a worm butt and a worm face.
Worm butt and worm face.
Talk about ass to mouth.
I don't want to.
That's why I'm not allowed to be a bard in any campaign.
You could be a bard in my campaign. You just can't be 3 bards in a trench coat. I pop out my train car.
You fly out through one of the doors.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at it at 3rd level.
Sure, you could do that from inside the train car if you wanted.
true. I'm gonna have to get out the train car anyway. Like, it's not moving.
I wonder, do you think the reason he's throwing a big worm at us with legendary resistances is because you won't let him play 3 in the trench coat?
Nah, he'd throw the big worm at us anyway.
True. This is true.
A 26 for 18 radiant damage.
Definitely fucking hits. This worm begins glowing with radiant energy and is not yet bloodied.
But advantage to the next person who hits that worm.
Astra.
Hi.
Or you could just hit it with another guiding bolt and then give like advantage on that, and we just advantage forever. That's always funny.
Could, but I think I tried something a little different.
I have an idea which could work, but could also just kill us all very quickly. So
Yeah.
that's basically all my ideas.
Okay, Ash is gonna step out of the car. Okay. And gonna cast something.
Alrighty. What end?
To the tail, I think.
Sunbeam at the tail.
Where there's less people.
Sunbeam comes from you, right? Just blasts out
Yeah.
from your position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beam of golden light.
Con save 17, please.
Is pretty good at those. Not that good, apparently. It's a 13.
Okay, 68. $24.
Fucking
and then jump.
beam of sun. Blasts out for 24 damage. This thing is looking bloodied.
We did it, gang. Let's go home.
Okay, she can keep concentrating on that, so she'll be able to cast it again next turn. Yeah, just keep moving. Yeah.
Alrighty. The worm. The worm is going to try to stab someone who is away from its mouth right now, which is one of the 4 of you. Technically, the train car is going to have fallen away at this point, so you're out of it. Because you'll just run to keep pace effectively to not be left behind, because the fucking tunnel's still collapsing behind the worm, but the worm seems to be quite unaffected by falling debris because it can just eat it. Volgear, Atlas, Astra, and Saparna.
You did Dex saving throw or Dex?
Atlas. No, it's just now I can see you guys. It's not a luck-based thing. It's a targeted attack. Atlas, a 19 to hit.
Yep,
Oh.
that'll do it.
You take 17 piercing and 30 poison damage.
30?
Yes, a total of 47. Cyrus and
Ouch,
Beryl.
my owl.
This thing is going to consider which one of you would like to take a chomp of. Beros, you look very party snack-sized. And this thing snaps.
I feel like to a giant worm, most things are party snack sized.
Snaps towards you, Beros. 31 to hit. You take 22 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled and restrained, which means your speed is 0. You have disadvantage on all attacks. All attacks against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. I will tell you right now, as a bonus action, it is going to use its swallow ability. I need you to make me a strength saving throw, Beros, to not be swallowed.
Nat 1.
Bagsy Admiral when Beros is
This
dead.
thing bites Beros and swallows him whole. Beros, you you fall into this thing's stomach as you trundle down, and you're kind of falling down with rock and debris as it trundles down there with you. You are now blinded in addition to restrained. You do, however, have total cover from all attacks outside the worm.
Oh,
and
nice.
at the start of each of your turns, you're going to take subsequent acid damage.
Not so nice.
Not so nice indeed. Beros, start of your turn, you take 18 points of acid damage from the swallow.
Okay, I'm on 1.
Okay, Beros, if you can do 30 damage in a single turn from inside the worm, it will have to make a saving throw to not vomit you up.
Okay.
Does it count as sneak attack if he's inside the
He
worm?
has sneak attack because his allies are outside of distracting the worm. However, the attack is at disadvantage because he's restrained, so I think that might cancel sneak attack out. But I will double check.
Okay, well, I will...
Beros, do you have
Right.
any explosives left on you?
Nope.
Regish. Just Regish.
18 for the first attack.
Okay, hang on. If you have advantage on the roll and the attack uses advanced range weapon, you don't need. You don't need and you don't need disadvantage condition. Let me check Swashbuckler in case Swashbuckler gets you out of this one, because it might. What's your subclass, Barrels? Is it Swashbuckler?
Yeah, Swashbuckler.
Actually, an old one we ported over, so I need to see how that affects you. Swashbuckler.
Features, class features, fancy footwork. You don't need advantage on your attack rolls to use your sneak attack against the creature if you're within 5 feet of it. No other creature are within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have disadvantage attack roll from the restrained
Yep.
conditions, so.
So nope. Okay.
Roll that dice twice and take the lowest. So you got an 18, so roll it again. It is an 18, is its armor class, even on the inside. So you need to roll something higher than that to hit.
That was a nat 20.
Hits, unfortunately, the crit will not go, but you get to do your normal damage.
13.
13 damage, the first attack.
Okay, second attack. That is 7 and 16.
16. There is a 27 and 18 that I'm seeing, so the 18 would hit again. Roll your damage.
I'll roll for damage, but I don't think I can get the 30 because...
You would have had to roll max on the dice twice, I think, to get the 30.
Well, I just rolled max, I think. So I think 13
Because
is...
you rolled a... Oh, you did roll
Well,
max,
plus
yeah.
7.
Fucking hell, yeah.
9. So...
9. Unfortunately, not enough to force it to regurgitate on your turn. Saparna is going to have seen Beros disappeared. She's going to shrug. And then she is going to... She's going to cast Hypnotic Pattern at this thing. She just blasts it forward. This like tantalizing cube of twisting colors and array like dazzles and dances around the worm. The worm is unaffected because it does not use traditional sight.
You can't see.
Because it is a worm. And Zaparna is just like, I hate it here. Volgir.
Is the head... either way I go, I'm within 1 movement of the head, aren't I?
Yes. The head technically can move probably outpace you guys. Being honest.
Right. I'll try moving up to it and whacking it with some...
Go for it. It's looking bloodied. Like, it is looking bloodied.
Well, I'll give. Do I want to give the action to attack it, or do I want to give the action?
Would Barros have had advantage?
No, because
No,
he's restrained.
No, but the guiding bolt would have naturalized it.
For the first
Or-
attack, yes, so he still would have hit, but it wouldn't have. Oh, you could have got sneak attack on the first attack, Barros, then if that was flat. Oh no, because it. Although they cancel her out, he still technically has disadvantage. He also has advantage. So unfortunately, he still wouldn't get
okay.
it, which is annoying.
Just hoping that.
But it would have meant that natural 20 would have followed on the next attack. So if he would have missed the second attack, it would have guaranteed he hit it. But unfortunately, yeah, not enough. Unfortunately.
Worth a shot.
Good thinking. Good looking out.
Sod it. I'll just give it some whacking then. A shot. Some shots. I was gonna reduce it, but they're too high of a chance it's gonna break out of that. Right. Ooh, 12.
12 to hit. Unfortunately, just glances off this thing's armored hide.
Second. Do I get a second? Yeah, should do. I always forget. It's been that long since we've done combat with. I always forget.
That's why you guys are so slow at leveling up.
I like talking to folks.
You like diplomacy, which is fine. It just isn't as fast. Just killing machine.
We like diplomacy, and when diplomacy fails, we like terrorism.
26.
26 hits.
We are the shame gift.
So it deals 1d4 and an extra 2d6 damage to the creature. If the this damage is something, yeah. So right. That. So 6 plus 8, 14 piercing.
Nice. Yep. This thing is looking bloodied. Still looking bloodied.
And that's it. I'll.
Alrighty.
See what else I can do.
How does masteries work again? Do you have to put a specific action in to apply them, or
No,
do they
they
just
normally
happen?
they apply. If you have the mastery, they apply.
Crap. I should have the
Oh, that's
mastery
not
for the. I should have the mastery for the longsword, which is what the Vorpal sword is.
Yeah, so that was, I don't know what that is.
Did you
It's sap.
change it? Did you change it out?
No, it's mastery sap. If you hit a creature with a longsword, it has disadvantage on its next attack before
Yeah,
you
that-
start your next turn.
That should just happen.
Yeah, as long as you hit it, that happens. But you need to remind me. I'm not.
No,
there's
I'm
lots
just-
more
I
of you
didn't-
than there
I
are
was-
me, guys.
No, I was looking at Volgair and Baros's rolls, and every time it came up saying mastery, but I look at mine and it didn't do that. I'm
Probably
going-
that because the
because
Vorpal
the Vorpal
sword is
sword
like a
is
custom
like a
item.
generic item. It could be multiple things.
It doesn't.
okay.
The like sap or vex that's attached to the sword itself on a regular sword.
Right. And so because it's a Vorpal sword, it doesn't technically count as
It doesn't have the
standard.
right tags.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's because it's a custom item.
You just gotta remember it the same way. Like anyone
Yeah.
who's got to call me out on it. Busy. There's too many fucking
It's-
masters.
If I whack something with the Vorpal sword, it has disadvantage from now on.
You probably way round it is adding a long sword, moving everything over to that long sword and overwriting the thing.
That's
Just a
too
quick
much work.
check. I'm assuming the slow won't do anything.
Won't make much odds. This thing has a movement speed of 50 foot, so I'm being kind and saying it's keeping pace with you guys.
I'm just gonna recklessly smack all of it again.
Go for it.
Double 11s, which is
Don't
21.
hit. Plus your 3d6 for your first reckless attack.
$20, 25. Yeah, 25. First hit.
Alrighty. Thing still looks bloodied. You hit it again.
10 second hit.
The 10, it looks critical, this thing.
It is sapped.
Next
Which
attack
means-
has disadvantage, which will be its bite, because its tail is out of play, because it's lost underground right now.
Nice.
Alrighty. Atlas. This thing looks critical. It just swallowed Barros whole.
Going to ask something, and I know you're going to say no in advance, because it doesn't have rules about it.
Sure.
Can I conjure a tidal wave inside that worm?
You have to see where you conjure it.
It does not say that.
It will on basic spell rules. It'll say, like, you have to see the point of origin.
What's
Like you
basic
can't
spell
fireball
rules?
inside. You
Like-
can't fireball inside someone.
So to target something with a spell, the caster must have a clear path to it. It cannot be behind total cover. So if inside a worm is behind total cover, you can't have a clear path to the target of the spell.
If I get in that worm's mouth,
Yes, if you were inside the worm, you could try to tidal wave. Also you're relying on the worm's mouth being open, to like tidal wave into it,
It's critical. What else you got?
not a lot. I mean, what's critical for a worm, It's got a lot of fucking hit points on it.
Means 15% of its total health.
Exactly. I don't know what that is. I do a
That's
lot of
just two
damage to
smackos.
this thing. That's not
It's two
two smackos
smackos.
for a druid, okay?
What are you doing, Atlas?
Can I tempt this thing into eating me, and then the second its mouth is open, cast a tidal wave inside it?
Ready in action to be swallowed if you want, and then ready in action the tidal wave. Gonna move right. You can move right in front of its mouth and see if it goes for you.
Or ready in action for when it opens its mouth.
Yeah, that was my thing, when it opens the mouth, not when I'm
Sure.
in its mouth.
Sure. Yeah, you can ready in action when it opens its mouth to tidal wave. What is your hope to happen?
Wash Barros
Pretty
out.
much. Tidal wave behind Barros, wash Barros out.
So you're hoping this thing's gonna open its mouth and you're gonna see all the way into where Barros is.
It's a worm, it's just a tube.
It's a curved tube. It's a curved tube.
I'm just highlighting, like you could maybe push the water, like if it's stuck in his throat, you could push him deeper. Definitely.
Yeah,
you might
true.
even dilute the acid in the stomach, but you're not gonna be able to see behind
Fine,
him.
then I
to
will
push
cast
him out.
Blight on the worm.
Cool. What saving throw does that to me?
Con.
22.
It succeeds, but that still means it takes half damage.
Perfect.
Sorry, I scrolled. That was a mistake.
Astra, you are up after this.
God damn it, Barrels of total fucking
So it
cover.
takes
I can't heal you.
13 necrotic damage.
Nice. This thing is still critically injured. Assuming no bonus action, Atlas.
I don't really
No
have...
starry form, no. Take it away, Astra. Atlas can always chip in if she finds something.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to beam again because can't fucking see Barros to keep him alive.
Beam, 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 beam.
Astra is that little
Beam.
kid with a magnifying glass and the worms, and she's just burn.
Con save 17, please.
Here's Vermi. 31.
Can I also just move him right in front of this thing's mouth?
Sure.
It'll be
Half damage.
half? Yeah.
You tell me, it's your spell. It's your cooking show.
20, so 10. That shit.
It is still critically injured. As this blast of radiant energy, like, blasted on its side.
Yeah, that's all she can do because that was a spell. It can't bonus action. She can't even see Barros to cast healing word on him.
Yep. The worm is still alive, and for the worm's turn, It has 5 tasty morsels in front of it, which it might consider a little champy champ. But 2 of those tasty morsels have put themselves within 5 foot of its mouth, so it will choose between the 2 of them.
Eat me, you bastard!
Cyrus, the worm, has decided it would quite likes the look of you.
Well, I tried.
It has advantage because reckless, but disadvantage because sap. So just hit me.
Lat roll, baby. Here goes.
Hit me with your
17
worm.
to hit.
That's misses.
It goes to bite down on you. You just like parry this thing's mouth open as it just tries to champ down on you. But yeah, you stop it in its tracks. All around the tunnel is still crumbling and still collapsing around you. And you're kind of like fighting backwards with this thing, like, you know, back parrying as you move. But yeah, this thing is unable to bite you, and its tail can't reach anyone, so nothing else happens. Barrow, start of your turn, you fall unconscious from the acid damage. Fortunately, there's nothing you can do to resist that. Saparna's turn. Saparna is going to look at this thing, and she is going to just look around, and then she is just going to cast...
I thought you were gonna, she just punches the worm.
Diddly diddly dee. She still looks like a big bird, remember? Just in case you forgot, she looks like a big peacock right now. In her like suit, her smog suit she has going. She's just gonna cast Mind Shatter. She casts Mind Shatter towards this thing. She hits, and she blasts this thing, and it, like, you see it begins, like, it like just begins to slow down sluggishly. It's very nearly gone. Still clinging on, Volgir, as it comes up to your turn, as this thing is struggling to keep itself moving. You see it looks a bit dazed from Saparna's strike, but it is still clinging on. It will use its last resistance to not be incapacitated by that.
I will
Or stunned.
give it 2 more whacks.
Go for it. It looks real rough.
If you banish Worm while Barros is in Worm, does Worm get banished, or does Worm and Barros get banished?
Worm and Barrows.
Barros is also in a tunnel then if the worm does get balanced in a cliff, in a crushing situation. Unfortunately, 14 will miss Volgir. Bounces off
29.
the thick hide. 29 hits though. As this thing like rears back from Saparna's attack, it like opens its mouth again, and this time goes to lunge towards Atlas. And as she like dodges out of the way, you just like release the arrow, and it just soars in this thing's mouth, and the worm just suddenly, like the momentum like continues forward, like and it just stops moving.
Get in the worm!
Wait, what damage did you do?
It was on
Or
one
was
health.
Oh my god!
Saparna would have probably killed it with her damage, but I'm not going to rob the kill. So yeah, Volgir gets this like arrow shot off and impacted into this thing, and yet it just grinds to a halt.
Atlas flies into the worm.
We have to stay in order because the tunnels are still collapsing. So Volgir, you still have your movement.
Our friend is in that worm.
Right now, anyone in the red section is at risk of collapse because the tunnel is still collapsing.
At least you're protected by that dead worm.
Well, if I go in, I can't drag a bell. So I will grab.
You've already used your action, so you can move or you can bonus action.
I don't even know what I can do with a bonus action.
You can use your bonus action to think about Barros being inside a worm, if that helps. You actually use a free action for that if you like. That's.
I love using free action. Think about worm.
Okay. Volgir just imagines Barros inside the worm and how much of a good time he's probably having in there. God, wouldn't it feel good to be swallowed whole? Cyrus!
Into the worm!
Into the worm. Cyrus, you run towards this thing, its mouth still agape, and you can see the arrow like sunk into the roof of its mouth, and you begin like hacking, cushing, and pushing your way through to try to like find your way deep in. You have to go quite deep into this thing to get to where Barros is. As you're reaching around and searching. I need you. It's going to take 20 foot of your movement to get into this thing.
That's fine. I've got 40 feet.
Yeah. So half of me to get in, and you start reaching around and searching. I would like to make me a either perception or investigation check to try to find Beros in the now relaxing folds of this thing's muscles.
21.
You reach out, you get a hold of something that feels different. It feels like slightly less like tough and less hard than the rest of this thing. And as you feel it, it does burn a little bit. You are going to take 11 points of acid damage from this thing's stomach contents, but you have managed to grapple something.
Is that my action to investigate, or can I? Use
I
my
would say
action
part
to
of the action you can grab the thing you found.
Okay. Can I drag it
Dragging out half speed, so you get to the start of this thing's mouth again. You're at 10 foot from the entrance, but you can see now that now that you're back in the throat, you can see Beros unconscious, like being dragged behind you.
Bonus action, action surge, or not action surge, adrenaline surge.
Yep.
To dash out and get some temporary hit points as well.
Sure. If you're just going to dash your 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you could drag Beros all the way to the green zone if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that because the tunnel's still collapsing.
Volgear, did you fall back to the green zone on your turn as well, or did you just hold your ground?
Contemplate Beros in worm.
Well, I
Contemplating Beros
I only
and
got the
worm.
movement. We're not running, are we? So yeah.
So you'll be in the green zone. All right. With Beros out of the worm and the rest of the ladies all not incapacitated, the red section will fall away, but you'll all be able to move back into the green section. The yellow section would now become the red section, but again, no one is in it, so there's no risk of infecting anyone. And the only thing between you all and freedom as you approach this final turn is this big gaping hole that the worm made in the middle when it went to tunnel around. But as there is no real prominent threat, you can just go around it. And as soon as you keep running and running and running, you find yourselves tired, exhausted. Beros is still bleeding out, however, while this is happening.
The second I get a turn, I can just cast Healing Word on him.
Perfect. So yeah, whoever's doing that, just make sure you have some hit points. We're actually out of that full-blown initiative. But once you get past the hole that the worm dug, and you maybe get another 50, 60 foot away from that.
Beros gets 20 hit points.
Beros, you're back at 20 hit points. You're all running along. Eventually...
Wake up, honey. The tunnel's still collapsing.
Well, eventually, once you get far enough from that hole where it digs down, the collapse does seem to stop. You look back behind yourself at the wall of rubble. You see the cables all like piled in there, pushing into it. And you see maybe another 30 foot ahead of you, a Y junction in the path itself. That if the worm had not detected you for much longer, it may have gone down a different route where you needed to go. Before you, you see that there is a choice in direction, but it's quite an easy one to make. There is a single cable coming from one side to the left, and to the right-hand side, there is loads of cables all running there together.
Going right. Right?
Follow the
Right.
cables, right?
Follow the cables.
Follow the cables. Follow the hard lines.
Cables, follow.
Eventually, the tunnel comes to a halt. The hard lines go into this wall at the end, and below it there's this big metal glass door with this big like ship's kind of like wheel like handle in the front of it. You see above it words written in Gnomish you don't understand.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
read that.
That's Gnomish, alright.
Let's turn the wheel.
As you go up, boom. Pull it open, the door falls over beside you, and it's thick. It's like a couple of inches thick of metal. And as soon as you open it up, the air hums with energy. And as you look inside, you see a vast circular chamber carved out by probably some kind of like mining operation or dig. But every wall, pillar, and ceiling rib here is just wrapped in bundles of cables of different ages. You see these like beautiful red lines you can be following from the first landings right up to points where like there's been like splices of like, you know, clearly like backup like, you know, like jobs here and there. You see in the center of this room this big command spine, which is like this like cylinder of like alloy with these like cables all like clipped into it and plugged into it. You see glyphs floating around it inside of it. And it's like just that's where this humming is coming from. You see above it, there's this big radial crown that eventually like goes into the ceiling above, where all these cables kind of are like feeding in from, that like where they're all kind of being channeled down through. And around the chamber there are 6 intact desks, and as the door opens, what was once dark, they all glow with different colors. You see red, yellow, blue, green, purple, pink. 6 colors. The colors are irrelevant. But yeah, they all begin to glow with different colors.
This idiot can't think of 6 colors.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, they all begin to glow to life as if reacting to some kind of difference or shift in the air. But you have found something. And as we try to work out exactly what or how they can do what they need to do, which is tell an entire planet it's go time, that is where we're going to stop for tonight. And we will see you all next time. Bye.